I kind of agree with illegal fentanyl. Why not? Life's short. George Floyd, R.I.P. I mean, we need more fentanyl. But actually, obviously, I'm kidding though, because my buddy. I told you all this. I worked for the show Cheaters, and I signed an NDA, so I can't say too much about it, even though you guys can figure out what I mean by that. But I just don't ever get sued because I'm not supposed to go on the airwaves and talk. About
Wait,
what really
Steven
happened.
Crowder's the guy who runs Cheaters?
No, Bobby Goldstein is this annoying Jewish guy, but not Jewish people are the best people ever, but he was an annoying one. But Bobby Goldstein was so annoying because he would always he promised me to be the host of the show after the host, this guy Clark Gable, died of a drug overdose, and that's why I started creating content, because when it came to the time to hire, they picked this 52-year-old DJ out of New York called Peter Guns. So I was like, I didn't fit the narrative.
The rapper Peter Guns?
Yeah, Lord Tariq and Peter Guns?
No.
Yes,
Uptown, baby.
Oh
Uptown, baby.
Yeah. You'll know Peter Guns.
Are you?
I'm from New York, dude. Come on.
Kidding me? Are you?
No, that's it.
That was the jam back in the day. Uptown, baby. Uptown.
Dude, I wouldn't be here today if he didn't take my job, the job that was promised to me. Seriously.
Well, fuck Peter Guns then. Well, no, actually, no, not fuck him, because it's all worked out.
He's okay. He was honestly, he was really nice. He didn't fire me. You know what I mean? He was, and I didn't get fired. They wanted me to still produce episodes, but I was like, man, I'm not. And the guy that worked at Cheaters was like, you should do your own podcast. And then that's when I started doing my podcast, and then very quickly I went to a city council meeting and I spoke seriously, like, oh, you need to open up, blah blah blah, and they looked at me like I'm an idiot. Then I started the first video I did, it didn't really go viral at all, but I was like, our Mayor Johnson, I was like, you should go in the neighborhood, Cedar Springs, where this drag race was. Actually, I mentioned that, and I go, you should show Eric Johnson's Free Johnson and Johnson. The gay community will love the double entendre, and and I called him the first openly gay mayor of Dallas, and he has a beautiful wife and kids. Not really beautiful, but you know what I mean. He has a picturesque family, and you know how a black guy does not want to be called gay. He was shook. He did not like that. And that's when I realized, oh man, I got to really just, pump it up, go as absurd as possible.
Well, absurd fucking works, man. I mean, honestly, you're like the fucking the hottest ticket right now in the conservative talk.
Yeah, right, dude. I'll never be.
Look at the humbleness. Look at the humbleness on this guy.
So humble, man.
It's not even a humble, but dude, that's not true. I mean, dude, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. I found my little nut. But this is the other thing, is you guys know this, is y'all work hard. That's why people want to hate on you. You guys stream all the freaking time, a morning stream, a night stream, during the day, and that hard work pays off. You get out what you put in. And I'm not doing this to kiss your derriere, but those other people that want to sit on the sideline and hate, they don't put in 1/100th of the effort that you put in, and I'm not even saying that you guys could probably put in more effort, but you guys grind it out, and that's why you're successful, and that's why people hate it. So I'm not trying to say you're perfect, but you guys are doing really good, and that's why they hate you. It's because nobody wants to actually put in the work. And if you do, I think I'm an example of it. If you go and stream, you go and film content, and yeah, it's going to be cringe. It's not going to work at first, and you're going to have to embarrass yourself sometimes, but that's part of it. That's why you're putting yourself on camera. That's why you're being vulnerable. These other people would never do it. That's why they hide behind a screen name that you'll never see their face, because they're all real cowards. It takes a man to be able to put themselves out there and be vulnerable and try to entertain others. And
I'll give you this, man. Talk about, you can say, people can say whatever they want about Alex, but it talks about putting himself out there. You have done some of the wildest shit that I have seen. But here's the thing.
Just think, if we work hard and we really, really put our noses to the grindstone, we might lose out to a job from the guys from Mobb Deep someday.
Oh, that'll be great.
What I mean?
Yeah, they're going to replace ROTC with the two dudes from Mobb Deep.
Yeah, but I can't believe y'all know Peter Guns. Yeah, he took my job, or he got the job, and I was devastated. And that guy from Cheaters like, you should just do your own podcast. And then I started talking to a microphone. And so everybody here, all these people, they want to do it, and they actually get fans. There's people that, they get their weird little fans, and you can support yourself doing it, even if you suck at this, sadly. But a lot of people, what I'm trying to say is they don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to actually get on, press record, press live. It takes a lot of balls and cojones to do that, but people don't. And that's why,
you know what?
That's why they hate. They sit on the sidelines and hate.
Have you tried the Young Turks approach, which is get a bunch of money from from a bunch of DNC NGOs, get millions of dollars?
Yeah, bro, get some of that Comet Ping Pong pizza money.
And I love how they get fucking, we're self-made Young Turks. I'm like, Hillary Clinton literally gave you money. Go fuck yourself.
Dude, and Hassan Piker is the worst guy in the world. Him and his stream with Ethan Klein.
He's terrible.
Bro, forget. Let me tell you something. even forget Hassan Piker's politics for a second. I even push. He's an idiot with all that. But first that aside, he just looks like a fucking douchebag. Like I don't know any other word to explain.
Because I don't know if you know this or not. He's a douchebag.
He looks like every one of those chicks. It's like I could change him. I could just. He's one of those dudes that you see a hot chick. You're like, why are you with him? I don't know. I just feel like I could change him.
You notice how they'll push him up in the algorithm and like that Vaush guy up in the algorithm.
Dude,
But they'll try to silence like Jimmy Dore and they'll push him down in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Like I never see Jimmy Dore really trending anymore on Twitter because they hate him. But they'll push Vaush and like anybody that's like, yo, I drive a $100,000 car, but I'm a communist and I want to lower the age of consent. You're like, all right, we'll push you up in the algorithm. But Jimmy Dore is like, yeah, I got hurt by the vaccine. They're like, you shut the fuck up right now,
fucking mouth.
Anti-vax piece of shit. And he's like, but I got the vax.
No, dude, you nailed it. Hassan Piker, I don't even follow him. And every single time he tweets it somehow in my feed. I'm like, I don't even follow this guy. I think I even had him muted and I got his tweets in my feed. I'm like, what the fuck? This is a coordinated attack.
Alex muted him and then he started getting fucking mysterious letters in his mailbox of just printed out Hassan Piker tweets. And he's like, come on, man. Just leave me alone. He's just getting it in like junk mail in his mailbox every day.
I don't even understand. What a douchebag.
Bro, he's so cool.
What a fucking douchebag.
This guy's so cool.
What a fucking douchebag. But he's just like, I don't understand his thing because there's some people like, there is even some lefties that I'm like, I completely disagree with them, but you're like, oh, but okay, they're funny, right? Oh, but they're entertaining, right? You go, okay, hey, I get it. Like, I get why people think this person is funny. I don't agree with them, right? But then you look, he's not funny. He's not smart. I don't understand. Is it because he looks like he's like the Village in New York, the person? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've watched so little of his streams, but I mean, his commentary, the stuff I've seen, it's not like he's witty. It's not funny. It's almost like anti-humor, but I think they do think he's funny. So yeah, dude, I have no idea. I can't even articulate it myself. I have no idea how he has such a big following. When he sits there and watches Master Chef, like I get reaction content, but I think it's just because he's live so much. Maybe they just have a home for the chat room. You know what I mean? People like to be in the chat. So I think it's just he built a community. It doesn't matter how shitty or untalented he is.
Yeah, I mean, but that's fucking YouTube. But you go to YouTube right now and you see what they push. I mean, like Mer said, or like on Twitter, like you said, they push what they want. Like, I've always thought about this because Twitter's always like, we want this to be a respectful thing. Bro, Alex, have you not noticed now Twitter's new thing? When you're on there now, they show you like recommended tweets of people you don't follow, and they're always tweets of people that piss you off. Like, it's never tweets you agree with. Like a recommended tweet, you're like, oh wow, that guy, I'm gonna follow that guy. It's always like Robert Reich or whatever. I don't follow him, and it's always a recommended tweet because you follow politics. Here's this guy telling you why you're not allowed to have guns. I'm like, oh, so you don't want us to fight? But yeah, you do want us to fight. Of course you want us to fight.
Oh, did you like Trump? You're gonna love the Lincoln Project. It's like no. Mute.
Well, that's it. That's a social engineering because, of course, they're pumping up the legacy media that they like. Like that's not even a conspiracy. They admit it. But really and truly, like according to this expert that was on MSNBC, he said even with all that, even with them trying to help the left, the right, still even the more conservative channels and accounts still get more viewers, even with the shadow banning, even with all the bull crap, supposedly.